fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
25, check 25, check 25. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. David Johnson here on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Hut.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run with Connor. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch him now, Barney!
35, watch 35. Out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Hey, they scared. They scared. Check 59, Mike.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Hey, hey,
Hut!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This is taken at the 3.
Detroit!
Line of scrimmage,
Detroit!
the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end to the left, tight end left.
3 down, 3 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Shift, shift, shift. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, we got 4.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
4 down. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter King to send it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Kill.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish,
All right, now,
and who to
lucky
run
56,
behind.
lucky
Which are your better
56.
blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hey, 4 down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Lucky. Hey, 25 to
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Don't let 89 go deep.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Hey,
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hut.
hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Hut.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Blitz.
A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
All right,
Yeah,
now,
you're
lucky
right. It is a
56,
slanted
lucky
view, isn't it?
56.
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their
Let's
friend.
go.
Usually it's not
Blue
there for him.
90.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the
All
sideline?
right, now, lucky 56.
Sammy.
Lucky
Sammy
56.
sideline, and use him well.
Joker.
Over.
Check 3. Check.
Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's go, defense.
Over. Hut.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 down. Check.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
4 down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Set. 319. 319. Hey, 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 hey. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. 36, 36. Motion, 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 motion.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 59. Mike's 59. Over! 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 Over!
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Green 39. 19 Smith. Over! 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 Jack 31. Jack 31.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Connor, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Four down. Set! 319! 319!
They'll set up a throw. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a...
Parker's got it for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And McManus able to put it through. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
49.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Gone! We got three, fellas. We got three. Gone!
look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Underneath for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He's checking.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Tight dog.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Over.
Now it's counter. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check. 59. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We got 3 down. Motion.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
All right, now,
totally didn't
56.
affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Hey, check 24.
And he finds Hamilton. That's complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Detroit!
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain of 39 on third. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had, very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
toss. This is Connor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
689. Lights 59. Lights 59.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do. You and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. His throw incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Under crunch. Under crunch. Under crunch.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
51 Mike. Mike 51.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Over.
Check it out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Over. Set. Blue 90.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On play action, they'll throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Right, check, 59.
Over.
He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to
Gun.
You don't know no better.
Detroit.
25.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Here we go.
Over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Detroit.
Check your backer.
Watch him now, Barney.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch
Over.
He's back to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Buzz. Be ready.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56.
Tight end right.
All 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
Back to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Check, 9. Check back. Patch it.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Check 15.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Safe.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, 5. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles